Hey, in today's video tutorial, we're going to be talking about all things Squarespace site header. What this means is your main navigation links, your calls to action, shopping cart if you are selling products, social media integration so that people can link out to YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and ways to lay out the design, either having your logo on the left, center, or right. So without further ado, let's jump right to it. So we can see here that we're hopped into the back end of one of my demo websites here on Squarespace. And in order to access your header features, you're going to click the edit button, just like anywhere else on a Squarespace page. Hover over the header section and click edit site header. And when you do that, you're going to be received with a few different options. The first is global. Global means that any of these styling changes are going to be applied site-wide, so they're going to be visible on both desktop, tablet, and mobile. And if you click on the little desktop icon, that means that these styling features are specific to your desktop version. Likewise for mobile, when you click into the mobile icon, you have a set of styling features that is only specific to how your site will appear on a phone. So let's go ahead and start with the global. And I'm just going to walk you through step by step here so that you guys can feel super confident in creating a site header that is impactful for your brand or business. And also one that's going to be focused on conversion and is really going to help your site visitors get the information that you want them to. Okay, so the first section is site title and logo. Let's click into that bad boy. Okay, we've seen that we've set our site title as Cascade Smokehouse. Now, if you wanted a bit more rich on the SEO side, I might type in something to the effect of best barbecue sauce in Oregon, right? Just to give it a little bit more keyword juice. And one of the reasons why I recommend this for my clients is that oftentimes you're not going to be displaying your site title on your website. The only place folks are actually seeing your site title is when they land on a search results page. So if you have more optimized keywords and keyword phrases that are focused and ranking, this is another area to add a little boost to your website. Okay, so the next most logical thing is to go ahead and add a logo. And as you can see, I've generated this logo through Squarespace's free logo editor. You can just go to squarespace.com/logo and create any logo you want and download that as a PNG file in 3 different versions. So if you have a black and white, a white and black, and then a color for different areas of your website. Perfect. You can set your logo height. As you can see, reducing this little slider will increase or decrease the size of that for you. The same goes for your mobile logo height, and this is useful for when you are looking at your phone on this view. So as you can see, you can customize how that displays on mobile. Great, let's go back to the desktop view and back into edit site header. And we are in site title and logo. We've discussed adjusting the logo height, adjusting the max mobile logo height. And the last piece of information is you can add your own mobile logo. So for instance, if you want the logo to be different on mobile than it is on desktop, great, pop it in there. Perhaps you have a logo that's a little bit more wide and isn't super conducive to mobile phones. You can add a more vertical version here in the add mobile logo area. Okay, the next section we have here under the global site styles under the site header is elements. When we click into elements, we are able to add or remove a button. The button by default is just going to say get in touch. For this particular use case, I would likely want this to say, get your sauce, right? And that takes them directly to my sales page to purchase my barbecue. And you can set the button destination either as an email, a web address, a file, or a page. So for example, if I wanted to take that to my shop page, boom, done. Social links are added by default when we have logged into this specific demo site. You can toggle them on or off and see how they display here. The social links by default include Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, but you can add Facebook and some other social integrations. You can add the links here. Each link you had here will appear here in the header if you have this social links toggle on. And then you can edit the size. So maybe I really want people to drive people to my social media channels for more engagement, then boom, there it is. Border, you can set how it looks. So you can either have no border, a square kind of jagged edge border, a rounded corner border, or circle, right? And then the same goes for solid. So you can kind of play around with that, increase or decrease the thickness size. I think that looks pretty cool. Language switch. That allows you to basically set your site language. So if you are a Frenchman, you can set your site language in French, and that will automatically translate that for every area of your website. The cart is displayed currently, and that's just because we are selling products. And you can customize the cart's display as well. So again, you can either have no border, square border, rounded, circle, outline, solid, so on and so forth. Look at that. We're able to match the thickness of the circles we added to our social links directly with our cart. How cool is that? And then the other thing about the shopping cart is there's actually a ton of really cool options to display that. You can have text, you can select an icon. Look at all those different options. Beautiful. Let's see. I kind of like that one. Okay, so that pretty much covers all of these sections within the elements. Now moving down to style, this is where it gets pretty cool. So this is really just going to focus on this whole header area, this whole header section. It's currently set as dynamic. But we can change that to solid, which is a color. Right? And then you can set the background color as you see fit. Pretty cool. Gradient. And the gradient, I would say that in modern web design, gradient colors are becoming more sort of baked in natively to these content management systems and these web hosting platforms. So use that to your advantage. It's such a modern, cool twist and a way to just add a lot more pop to your website. The background color, you can set that as something different. So you can set the background color and the navigation color as you see fit. And then you can set the opacity. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. It just makes everything really come together. And can you believe that these are all just baked in features to the Squarespace platform? I mean, come on. Squarespace is really doing us a favor here. If you want to blur the background a little, you can do that. And the blur amount will kind of show you how that looks. Hard to see here. You can add a border to the very bottom section here of this header. And the border can be set as small, medium, or large thickness. You can even control exactly the amount of pixels if you want something really dramatic. Let's see here. The other options you have are top and bottom, just top or just bottom. So pretty awesome there on the border options. Go ahead and untoggle that for my demo purposes. And then you can add a drop shadow. Pretty cool. Set the distance. Set the blur, set the spread, all that good stuff. So a lot of really cool customizable options here for your site header. And in the past, this used to require loads of CSS code. Now These are all features that are baked into every single Squarespace template. Okay, did we go through all of the different style gradient? Here's theme. Okay, and there's dynamic, back to our original. Very cool. Okay, so we've covered site title and logo, elements, style, and now we have a fixed position, meaning this header area is fixed as you scroll down the screen. Sometimes it takes a refresh for that to populate. Let's just see. Okay, there it is. As we scroll down the screen, our header is remaining in place. How cool is that? Awesome. Okay, let's hop back in there. I'm going to try to make this kind of short and sweet because I know you guys don't have a very long attention span, and I want to make sure that I capture everything that I can as quickly as possible. Okay, we have gone through fixed header style. You can either toggle it on or off. We have it on to dynamic. Now let's go to the global, move from the global settings to the desktop settings. So this is where you can control how your desktop configuration looks. Do you want the logo on the left, the right, the middle? So we're going to click into this. Currently, we have button on the right, main navigation links on the right, and logo on the far left. If we want to flip-flop that, we can see how that looks. It just pushes everything over. And the other thing that you can do is adjust the element and the vertical padding here. Look at that. And then I could take it a step further and adjust the size of this logo image and push it up so that these are all flush. And I'll show you how to do that. So under your logo height, if I just drag that, you can kind of see what I mean, that it can get flush there with the rest of your main navigation links. So going back to the header layout, we've got left, right, configuration, and then logo on the left, centered, if you want that. And then we'll change the element spacing a little bit and the link spacing. Look at that. It's so beautiful. It's so cool to see all those changes in real time too. Let's click into it again. And we've got logo in the middle. We've got logo on top. That's actually a really cool layout. I've never used that one before. Logo on top, main navigation stack below, social links on the left, call to action on the right. That looks so good on this website. It really does. Okay, so there's all that. Width, full or inset, pretty straightforward there. We talked about vertical padding. Now let's head to the mobile options. So here we are on mobile, header layout. Same difference. If you're a new client working with me and you kind of let me take the reins on how this displays, I typically like to have the hamburger menu, the 3 lines on the top right. But you can have them display on the left. You can use, as you can see, a plus icon, 2 lines instead of 1, 3 lines, hamburger menu. You can adjust the weight, the font weight of that hamburger menu and the color and all that good stuff. So you can see all those different options that I just mentioned. Overlay menu. This is when somebody clicks into the hamburger menu and what they see. You can adjust that link spacing if you want to tighten things up. You can change the color to dark, light, bright, etc. And it's really awesome. You can set the alignment to either left, right, or center. Super cool. Yeah, and then I was mentioning the menu icon itself, 2 lines, 3 lines. That's kind of a cool one. And then set the, I've been seeing this more and more in modern websites, this sort of middle section that's a little shorter than the other 2. So super cool. You can really blow that out as much as you want. Okay. I hope you guys found this video insightful. I hope that if you are creating your own Squarespace website, that you can make an outstanding website header based on this tutorial. If you guys have any other questions, I can be reached at coyotemooncreative.com, where I run a Squarespace web design studio. Please like the video if you found this helpful. It helps me out. It helps other people that are searching for similar terms like yourself find me. I've also got links to view my services and book a call. I am a web designer. I do build exclusively on Squarespace. I would love to connect with you, even if it's not for a website, just to chat shop. I'm always available. Travis at coyotemooncreative.com. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.